Hello students, welcome back to my channel Literary Meet. In this video, I am going to present a note on the summary of short story for BA English second semester under GU, both English major and minor. A short story is fictional work of prose that is shorter in length than a novel. It is usually written in prose, often in narrative format. It can typically be read in a single sitting. It deals with a few characters. A short story usually focuses on one incident, has a single plot, and covers a short period of time. Short story is an old form of literature. It became more popular as the number of print publication and journals increased in the early 1900s. There are many kinds of short stories: action, adventure, crime, fable, horror, historical, political, romantic, satirical, social and detective short story, etc. Fable is a type of short story or tale that provides a moral lesson, often uses animals and mythical creatures. The Brothers Grimm's fairy tales were first published, followed by Edgar Allan Poe's Gothic fiction, and finally stories by Anton Chekhov, who is often credited as the founder or the father of contemporary modern short story. To keep the reader engaged and interested, the writer must include some element of short story. The main elements of short story are setting, plot, characters, conflict, theme, and point of view. Setting. The setting of a short story is the time and place in which it happens. Authors often use descriptions of landscape, scenery, buildings, seasons, or weather to provide a strong sense of setting. Plot. Plot is the most important element of short story. It is the sequence of events which helps in the development of his ideas. The main elements of the plot are exposition, opening incident, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. Exposition or introduction. Characters are introduced here and setting providing all the necessary background information. Opening incident. It represents a decision, action, or event that introduces the story's main conflict related to the protagonist. Rising action. Here the conflict grows leading up to the climax. Climax. It is the central turning point where the problem or the conflict reaches peak and answers the story's biggest question. Falling action. In this section, the conflict decreases and the story moves towards its conclusion. Resolution. It's the final section of the story's plot in which the problem or the conflict resolves, marking the ending. Characters. In a story, a character is a human, animal, being, creature, or an object. The authors uses characters to perform actions and speak dialogue, pushing the story along with the plot line. A story has a protagonist and often an antagonist. There are also primary or secondary characters, flat or round characters, anti-hero, etc. Conflict. Conflict is the struggle that the protagonist goes through in a story. There are two types of conflict: external conflict with another person, place, thing. Internal challenges that a character presents themselves. Theme. A theme is the main idea, message, or moral that a story conveys to its readers. Point of view. It refers to who is telling or narrating the story. There are three types of point of view: first person point of view, I, me, we, and us, characters within the story. Second person POV, rarely used, you. Third person point of view or omniscient, popular method, freedom to author. Some famous short stories are The Gift of Magi by O. Henry, 1906, The Tell-Tale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, 1843, The Single Man by Charles Dickens, 1886, Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving, 1819. If you find this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. Agolo enukwa videos pur ahi thakibo. Stay tuned.